art people, we are going to exit out of our fractions are division problems heart candy lesson and enter into a new lesson. But we exit out of lesson by making an exit slip. So go ahead and grab your exit slip and write your name in the top left corner here. And write your class, which is 5, and the first letter of your teacher's last name. Okay, very good. Now, our main idea for our circle map is what are some cultural associations with Candy Heart? So cultures are just different groups of people. So it means like Americans, Europeans, all sorts of cultures. An association means just what do they connect Candy Hearts with. So what are some different ways groups of people connect with Candy Hearts? Like what do we think about when we think Candy Hearts? Or what do other people think about when they think about Candy Hearts? Okay, well, let's watch a little bit of a video first and see if it gives us some ideas.
Over the decades, all the different...
Here, let's just start here.
Bite-sized candy history with Darlene Lacey.
Every year on Valentine's Day, millions of people take a bite of those little hearts that say, "Kiss me, be mine," and I do. Conversation hearts have been around all our lives, but how did they get their start? Let's travel back to the 1800s to get the answer on this episode of Bite-Sized Candy History.
Okay, so did you guys think of anything? So one thing that we think about is Valentine's Day, right? Valentine's Day. Maybe you think of other things too. You might have a different answer than mine. Maybe you have more than one answer. Okay? So, what would the definition of heart candies be? Okay. So you can write a definition from your brain, or you can write this definition here that I have from the dictionary. It's a type of inexpensive, that means not expensive, candy found at Valentine's Day. They are heart-shaped and pastel. Okay, and then what are some examples of us or of people using these candy hearts for Valentine's Day? Let me show you guys some examples here.
The sayings have changed with every decade to keep up with the times. Even emojis and internet slang began to appear. Necco went out of business in 2019, but fortunately...
Okay, so look, there's color your own. So we can draw these boxes here. Here's some examples. There's a box that's color your own. Okay. There was a box at one point that was dream big, and they were really big. So these are just different examples of us using these for Valentine's Day. There we go. So another box here. Dream big. And another box was sour. Well, let's not use this one. Okay, so here's some examples of the boxes that we might give out at Valentine's Day. And then we can draw pictures for everything in art class. So you can draw a picture for Valentine's Day if you want. Any kind of Valentine's Day picture you want. You can draw any of these words here. Inexpensive, so maybe instead of dollars, they were just coins. So maybe we'll draw some coins for that one. Okay. All right. And then let's look out here. So how do we, well, actually, let me show you something else that I think you'll really like as well.
Did you know that before World War I, sweethearts conversation hearts were made in various shapes, such as postcards, watches, baseballs, and even horseshoes? And several years ago, we had the opportunity to visit the New England confectionery company called Necco to see how these sweethearts are made. Let's take a look at how this candy icon got started. Next to that special card and those beautiful roses, there's no better symbol of Valentine's Day than little candy hearts, a true American classic. One company has been making them for generations, Necco. The New England Confectionery Company is located in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Not much has changed in this building over the last century. The vintage machinery still runs, churning out these Valentine treats. Walter
So isn't that cool? They're punching out the hearts.
Marshall has been in the candy business for nearly 50 years.
The recipe
So here they are on a conveyor belt.
basically is a Necco wafer. There are a few different flavors in there, but it's still basically a Necco wafer, and the Necco wafer goes all the way back to 1847.
So this guy, he invented this little press here to make the circles for just the normal Necco wafers.
It's been over 150 years since English immigrant Oliver Chase invented a device that cut lozenges. When he found it worked equally well as a candy press, the Necco wafer was born. In 1902, using the same wafer recipe, a new and soon-to-be perennial Valentine's Day favorite first appeared on candy counters around the country.
If you're either 9 or 90, you grew up with these hearts. Nobody alive today
Look at all of these hearts. This is where they make them.
can't remember growing up with these hearts.
The recipe is as old as the company and has never been changed. First, sugar is pulverized and placed in a large mixer. Corn syrup, along with gelatin and dextrose, is then added. Color and flavoring bring the mixture to life. Within minutes, the candy is ready to be shaped. Batches weighing more than 500 pounds are pressed and then stamped with those familiar, sentimental phrases.
We have over 100 sayings. The originals go back to the turn of the century, like "Be Mine," "My Man," "Sweet Talk."
Okay, cool. So I thought I'd show you guys what the factory looked like. I thought you'd think that was cool. So, all right. So, how do we know that that these were used on Valentine's Day? Well, we just learned from Martha Stewart that these were used on Valentine's Day, and actually, this video also tells you something cool.
They're out there 6-week period. After that, they're gone. You don't see them anymore until the next year.
Did you hear that? They're only available for 6 weeks of the year.
For us, in Valentine's Day, they're out there 6-week period. After that, they're gone. You don't see them anymore until the next year.
So just from January until February and Valentine's Day, and then they're gone. So that's pretty crazy. So we know that from the Martha Stewart show. So we can write Martha Stewart. That's how we know they're Valentine's Day. That's who shows this is that we were just watching. And you can draw Martha Stewart if you want to draw Martha Stewart. Or you can draw something from the video. If you want to draw the conveyor belts with all the hearts on them, you can. Little conveyor belt there. Kind of goes up here. Right? Okay, and then how do we know the definition? We know the definition from the dictionary. I read it to you from the dictionary. And this should be Martha Stewart show. So we can draw a dictionary there, a little book. All right. And then how do we know about these examples over here? Well, that was from a different video. This is from the Candy Wrapper Museum. And you can draw something from the video, or you can draw a candy wrapper. Okay, and then how do we know, is there anything else that we used to think about and where we got any of these other examples here? Well, we used our brain, right? Right at the very beginning, it says, what are some cultural associations with candy hearts? And again, cultures are just groups of people. Well, we're a group of people. And we asked, what do we associate candy hearts with? And we said Valentine's Day. So, you know, from our classmates. Classmates and myself. Okay. All right. And of course, you can draw pictures for any of these. Okay. But great job, you guys. I will move this aside here and pause it so you guys can copy any of these things that you need to copy. And again, if you have a different answer, you can always put your own answer. You don't have to use my answers. All right. So when we're done with this, we'll go ahead and enter into the next lesson. Great job. I hope you guys really liked this lesson. I had a lot of fun making it for you and a lot of fun painting with you. And I hope you really liked it and like enjoy what your artwork looked like too. I hope you didn't just enjoy doing it, but I also hope you like what it turned out looking like too. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next video.